This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Usamema munyina kwa babio emfabra Boadu TV so yabese yourself first time I share no subscribe my channel no na wa like video ja comment or comment section mo na straightforward ets mo e wo Kevin Taylor akache na nse die me se ne videos ha na trend mo ya de so sa mo hwe mai na Kevin Taylor akasa de afa abato adwumako e Electoral Commission ma me je Mensah wada no wo se o hwe se na ma me ne ye ne nyoma na e ka me asase okwa enhu te se beyi bonsam bia opese obejeje Ghana keke ase opese owi aba ne monde ma MPP amai kon because so hwe se na man na se akwakodu na na da kogu fado ene ne mate ba omia ase yo man na akwakodu ama Ghana city no sesi a wo de to ho a dollar ba ko etima be 14 cedis ko 15 cedis a o man ne ma sei fango bo akoso eno mama ye de eduane bo akoso ne nyina ase na Mensah any MPP person we are banimudia any omompene NDC for be konkoden ahwese abana omo eba be call abato so omba be kono nkonim bi betima ya omodia na omeyi oman efi abebrese ene ahonhehia mu Kevin Taylor akasa bebre dia fa corruption na koso omamu na mepese yekọ na yekotiensem
Bryan Acheampong. And yenina yeti Bryan Acheampong asama aba. And it's got to do with SNIT. Any a year SNIT hotels are and the NPP are buying atoni nyina SNIT for Airtonama Bryan Acheampong. Now so what yes SNIT for response almost said the reason why into Mutonsa hotels when you say the hotels no baby eduno nyina ayeka. They are not making any money from it. Into Bryan Acheampong kwa or agric minister or cabinet minister. Ono kwa ne betuma be revive companies in sa hotels nyina eguno. Nobody in Ghana. So utie Senate for reason tia almost say they are letting these hotels go and selling to Bryan Acheampong any MPP for it is because the hotels are not making money. We get it. And we have never said say Ghanaians should not invest in their Ghanaian companies. But the question here is, are people using their weight, are people using their positions to bully other people to take over state properties? And that is what is happening. Nobody's against a Ghanaian investing in a Ghanaian company. But we are talking about the morale behind it. We can see clearly that there are equally some investors in Ghana who will be willing to go in there and invest. But surprisingly and shockingly, it is the cabinet minister and the agric minister whose company is the only company that can invest in SNIT hotels that are collapsing. So you ask yourself, say, these people from day one, you catch them say, from Kufuor time, and the MPP for starting we are free Ghana for her. The MPP can try and equalize from J.A. Kufuor time and the MPP for established Omuria and state properties. We didn't even know that. In fact, it was during Kufuor's time and a Kenufuriata a created a friend the Obutan. Okay, the Obutan the forensic audit of Social Security and National Trust Fund. SNIT, worldwide, the investment company limited, Deloitte and Touch, or Deloitte, and this is what we call the Obutan Kenufuriata. Before I go on, Bryan Acheampong, this story my end about 4 times. How Kenufuriata created a company or the enterprise insurance, ADP SNIT, 5 billion old Ghana. Okay, this is the forensic audit. This is the reason why J.J. Rawlings and Atta Mills had a problem. 1999, the Obutan project. Kenufuriata created about 3 companies. Data Bank, Enterprise Insurance, and or the cover 2 companies can and or the Leo SNIT. And a SNIT ever invested in a project which never existed. At the end of the day, Ken Ofori-Atta ran away with over 5 billion old Ghana cedis. There was a forensic audit that clearly said Ken Ofori-Atta is supposed to be jailed. When Atta Mills came to power 2010, J.J. Rawlings told Atta Mills that these guys are criminals, jail them. Atta Mills was like father for all. Oh, let's try and meet halfway. That is the money Ken Ofori-Atta took from us, sent to the States, came back in white clothes, and has destroyed us again. Yeah, Jimmy. Ken Ofori-Atta, when you take this document and you read it, when you read the document, page 19, it states clearly, before Bryan Acheampong, what you are seeing, it is plain before your eyes. That is who they are. When I see people trying to justify what Bryan Acheampong is doing, so what about them? This is who they are. Their only thing is when they are leaving power, they need to steal and steal and dry the system. When you read this forensic audit, it showed how Ken Ofori-Atta manipulated SNET. 1999, 5 billion, took it away. The recommendation was that Ken Ofori-Atta, who received the checks, now when you read the background, by an undated investor participation memorandum from Data Bank Limited, and subsequently by a letter dated 10th December 1998 from Enterprise Insurance Company Limited, Social Security and National Insurance Trust, that's SNIT, was invited to participate in a real estate investment opportunity. The investors claimed that they had acquired a parcel of land lying between the Independence Avenue and Osu Avenue for that purpose. The proposed company is Obutan Developers Limited. That was the company Ken Ofori-Atta created, 1998. Data Bank Ishim, Enterprise Insurance Ishim, Nina Enedia, and create what we call Obutan Developers Limited. SNIT. He used this to dupe SNIT. The document is here. Meridia Chirem so many times. Ken Ofori-Atta, he stole your money, went to Europe, went to America. He came back wearing white, and we gave him power. Because we are foolish. Mahama Kacha say it was short memories. The damage Ken Ofori-Atta did from 2017 to 2023. We have forgotten. And then Amin Adams Acheampong 10 year boy, another one about cleaning the shit of Ken Ofori-Atta. This is the NPP. What you are seeing here is a playback. When you read this report, you read a recommendation. At a point, the report said this: by a letter dated February 26 to 1999, on Data Bank letterhead, its executive chairman, Mr. Ken Ofori-Atta, requested the Director General of SNET, Mr. Charles Asare, to make payments for shares of Obutan into an escrow account established at the Enterprise Insurance Company Limited. The reason why Data Bank Company Limited, which is not a shareholder in Obutan, requested SNET to pay their money into EIC account is difficult to comprehend. Subsequently, on the advice of the board, 26 February 1999, from the Solicitor Secretary to the General Manager of Investment and Development, SNET paid $2.244 million to Enterprise Insurance Company Limited. That was the first payment. Ken Ofori-Atta took the check. The recommendation was that Ken Ofori-Atta and his group at Data Bank and Enterprise are supposed to face trial. This is the playback. And it's always at SNET. Now, let me show you this. You see the SNET board. See, who is the board chair? Madam Elizabeth Ohene. So why are you surprised about what is happening? Why are you shocked about the nonsense happening about? They are selling it. That is them. That is their trademark. They will finish you people. The facts, at least, we have forensic audit of what Ken Ofori-Atta did. Any evidence, we have forensic audit of what Ken Ofori-Atta did with Enterprise Insurance and Data Bank in 1998. And it's the same SNET. Suddenly, Yao Osafumafo's son, for some strange reason, now is the boss of SNET. The following 2 weeks, Bryan Acheampong is buying all hotels of SNIT. Are you stupid? Are you not getting it? Elizabeth Ohene is the board chair of SNIT. Elizabeth Ohene. Yeah, Jimmy. We are foolish. Mr. Emmanuel Edu Sarkodie, Ghana Employees Association or TESO. These are the people who signed that Bryan Acheampong, Yanton SNIT, no hotels na Emma eye MPP for Bryan Ejibi, Elizabeth Ohene womb, eye chief of staff womb. They are sharing it. What can you do? Nothing. You have no option. You can't do anything. What can you do? You just have to vote them out. We have Mr. Joshua Ansah, organized labor. When we show me a ball on Muguso, normally almost saying $2,000. Organized labor for the almost some capre, almost so and almost colleagues sika. Yeah, they don't care. Now these are the people on SNIT board. This woman, Mrs. Gloria Irene Amaka Paida, Ojinem Oyedian, president nominee. Ekufuor ne yi ni kwatina board no so. She is the nominee. The president nominated her to go and sit on SNIT board. What do you think she's going to do there? Mrs. Abena Osei Asare. This woman was behind Kenofuriata as a deputy finance minister. Today she's a minister of state. She is at the Jubilee House. She's on SNIT board. What about damn? Or say what is happening? No, it is sheer coincidence. Where Jimmy Papa? Omu wia onko ton to. Omu wia ometon GMPC. 5 months I can ometon bibia. We are in this country. Mo de se mo behu. Me say ometon to. Ometon GMPC. Me say 5 months and 7 months. Mo behu de nkofo we be. Right now Kenofuriata, he's not showing face. So he's pulling the strings. On sa blueprint way. And no de be finish mo. We and your friend the Obotan real estate scam, the biggest scam to hit the Republic of Ghana. And Nitina JJ Rollins near Atamils in a problem. That's all. Because JJ Rollins told Atamils, when you fail to prosecute these people, they will come back and kill you. Atamils no oye Christo sem. Okay? So we finish it now. Bon tuokuno and son of kunyetu. JJ Rollins told Atamils, do not underestimate these people. They change their names. When you trap them and they leave, you allow them to escape. They'll come back and finish you harder. Oh, they can afford to go by wabe. I bet random dry. He stepped away. He's at the Jubilee House. When you say he doesn't know about this, he knows. He knows how the paperworks work. They know how to treat you people. Because my hand be a Jimmy. My soft be a Jimmy. Youth remove be a Jimmy. You people don't want to reason. I'm from some moi. They will take your country from you. Now, Sabio, Obian fan who went to Swank and Nankautia. Kwame Nkrumah from who went to Swank Kwasiankautia from Ghana. Somebody has to do something. You think what I'm doing is easy? You think what I'm doing is fun? It's not. It's up to us to fight and protect this nation. This woman, Mrs. Abena Osei Asare, Ekufuor put her on. Osafumafo ba Mr. Kofi Bosompem Osafumafo. Osafumafo ba not President Senior Advisor. We do $1 million. Now no to say KVIP bottle. This is what pisses some of us off. Bryan Acheampong idea, you know, it is orchestrated. They have the blueprint there. They know you are foolish. Jimmy. Some people come and write articles. Some people wear suit and come and grant interviews. It will not change anything. I swear to God, I keep telling you people. Jimmy, so we think, say, when we go into a classroom and sit with a white person and read grammar, when we come back and we are speaking to Ghanaians, I know who's a Ghana for Jimmy. Before Ghana for Jimmy, go on Joy News, go on City. They are sitting there speaking grammar. They have no future. Nothing. You are owing your GDP is 1.7 trillion. Somebody is taking your state assets from you. You are speaking grammar. The woman down there, Mrs. Gifty Annan, company secretary or Jessica Chain, all headmasters in Ghana. Do you know that? Senate board secretary. She's paid than any teacher in Ghana. Somewhere Jimmy. These are Ekufuado selected gangsters. They will run you people dry. This is the Senate board. Into what Bryan Acheampong Kasa di Matema. You people are supposed to understand. Somewhere Jimmy. Mr. Dr. Evans Agame Zikum, Rep Organized Labor Bola. Miss Ivy Betu Nasu, Rep Organized Labor Bola. Mr. Benjamin Odote Esuman, Rep Senate Pension Association Bola. Peter Osei Dia, President Nominee Member. Somewhere Jimmy. How many president nominees are on this? 2. Secretary nominated by president. We are talking about state cabinet ministers. How many are they on it? We are talking about Elizabeth Ahine, a former journalist who is fully aligned with the NPP. She's the board chair. And Intina, Sir Sam Jonah Bekache Ghana for said the country is going down the drain. Not Elizabeth Ahine. The new Fusa Tabono, no can kwasiasem. Do you know how much he's making on that board? Also, Yankupon Kuni to training. Elizabeth Ohine on to me bodogi, on to me missionary. Elizabeth Ohine on the men's ma. Elizabeth Ohine menopause do or your ball and or bottom. And your tigana na kwasia fowi essay kruno. Elizabeth Ohine watcha 8 years no. I will sit here na your TV so e cabrofu. Near to social media. Here there we don't insult here. What bottom? Whether insult or no insult, you'll be a slave in your country. We are on social media. Our platform don't insult. We don't insult. Kwasia, you'll be a slave. Speak to the issues. Let the people know that whatever penny you put in the country, it needs to benefit you. Wait, Jimmy, come to America and see. Do you know the reason why the United States government they pulled out of PDS? Because it's a taxpayers' money. When they give the money to you and you people blow it up, somebody has to answer questions. They don't want to be answering questions to the taxpayer. So they pulled out 190 million. They will give it to you because it is the taxpayers' money. Every single American can ask them a question. Now, they are speaking grammar. And what do you think? You know, and you say, some of you. And the ones who are educated are more foolish than all the uneducated in Ghana. I am telling you. These are demons. These people, they are dangerous. Today, Bryan Acheampong was asked. So, Chair say, Rock City near Wodia. Yes, Rock City, no, but I don't have anything to do with it. I am just a shareholder. And as a shareholder, the decision those the executive take, I don't influence it. Into what is happening now, a whole Rock City is buying about 4 hotels. You as the shareholder and the owner of the company, you want us to believe you don't have any interest in it. You are a fool. When Rock City makes profit from this decision, are you going to benefit as the shareholder, the biggest shareholder? Yes, you're a fool to tell us, say, you are just a shareholder and that what is happening. Abua Anyawa Ankasa Rock City no benya sa chance we akọ lobby for 4 or 5 hotels Ghana for there. And we sit there and we listen to these animals. Because munyina ye Jimmy including myself, we have not shown any aggression. We just sit every day and say God. Na mo nyankopon kwasia. Mo so nyankopon we Jimmy. Mo so nyankopon munti na ye bo nyankopon. And now whoever is God, do you think it's because of Ghana until or existing? God does not have time for a fool. Go to the Pakistan country. Go to Pakistan. Go to a Palestine country. Somebody nebewu niyirewu ne bibiyewu akaonu nko bomb ne send you. That person every morning is doing what? Doing salah to ask God for favor. Kwasia, you live in a country, you have access to everything. You are still saying God should come and intervene. You're a fool. Go to Palestine. Go to other countries where they are going through hell. People have lost their lives, their kids, their wives. They wake up every morning and tell God, thank you very much. They are looking up to God. You have everything at your disposal. Kwasia. Your fellow Ghanaian is intimidating you, killing you, suppressing you. You sit there and say, "Yeah, we are poor." You think these are the foolish things he thinks about? As I speak, somebody has been blown into pieces somewhere in the world. Those people are still forging forward. Why are we so timid? Why are we so stupid? Now, at the TV, so I had there we don't insult. Here, there we are talking English. Go to every European country. There was a time that they revolted against their leadership. You know why? Because they didn't want some people to intimidate them. They didn't want some group of people to oppress them. They didn't want people to take their democracy from them. So when you foolishly wear some Vietnam suit and you sit on TV, say you are an analyst, you are an expert, you are a fool, speak on issues. Let the Ghanaian listen to you understand that these politicians are stealing from you. The taxpayers' money, the Senate money does not belong to these fools. It belongs to you and I. We need to all understand this simple issue. Now look at this. This is where we are. One day I'll publish this whole document. And I've spoken on this. Go into our videos. And this is a forensic audit. There are recommendations. And to date, we allowed Kenneth Furiata to come back. Foolish people. Now look at this.
Yo.
In Sembi Ohu, I only ahomeso. Yanka, if you say, no matter where we live, how God has helped us, blessed us through hard work, we still believe in Ghana. The last thing on my mind is to see Ghana go down. People turn into slaves in their own country. That will be the last thing I will ever want to see. So there are some things we don't do it, we don't say it, we don't direct you people there. You see, there are some things we try to restrain ourselves. The things we know, I know, as Kevin, in Ghana, 90% of Muamoti Ghana you don't know. So when I sit here, and I've always trusted my team and trusted this platform I've built, nobody has been able to, at least I've seen people insult me, insult my wife, insult my family, insult my wife's family, insult my kids, insult people they see as my friends. It has never bothered me. At least I know nobody has contested my credibility and has contested the authenticity of this platform. At least I hold on to that. I'm human. I can be insulted. I don't care. My wife can be insulted. I don't care. She's not the most beautiful woman on this planet. Reality. I don't care. So insulting me, insulting my wife, insulting my family, I don't care. But what you cannot touch when it comes to me and my team and what I have built is the credibility and authenticity I have built this from. And if today I quit this, good, reasonable, intelligent people will always remember me. And I've not done this alone. There are people who have helped me to get to this point. And through the consistent message from myself, people on my TV, other young Ghanaians who are honest and willing to speak truth. That is what gives me the confidence to sit on TV every 4 hours. Because when you see young people who say in Kotomo, they could have built something better home. They are outside this country trying to make life, but they make time to speak on issues in Ghana. Free Mind, Otikan Kenya, he's living good. He could have left Ghana behind. He spent hours on radio, on TV, trying to let you understand that you need to make some decisions to change your life. Those who have also sacrificed home in Ghana to work, speak. Ransford Kebu Acheampong and Waka. It is commitment. It is about dedication. So sometimes when we sit here, it is not say we hate anybody. I have never hated anyone. But there's one thing I've always said: I will not allow you to intimidate me because you think you have some power. And that is what we need to understand. God of Mami Kanchiremo. When you come to America and you're excited, you go to the UK and you're excited, you go to Europe, everywhere, the people fought for their democracy. I swear to God. This is the only chance you people have. I am not spiritually inclined, sir. And I don't let you think, say, I'm reading the Bible, and I'm reading Quran, and I'm reading Hebrew Bible, and I am not. I try. But what I can tell you from my little experience on this earth, Nyankopon to Ghana for some reason. And the John Mahama lose 2016. I swear. So John Mahama lose 2016 and can talk about Ghana. Me say, Senka John Mahama force no who Ghana force. And okay say abani wiem on tiasie. And anke je muma John Mahama. Anka first year of John Mahama 2017 ka Ghana bebo. Telling you. The kind of things we were seeing from chiefs, from priests, from the whole clergy, from the youth, the way people are inciting young Ghanaians against the John Mahama NDC administration. Senka John Mahama or for Sino Hokraji to me 2016, this country would have gone down 2017. Flat. But you see, me catch them say, me many enwushi. I don't have any third eye. I use my common sense and everything. But my instinct tells me, say, 2016 had to happen. In every man's life, in our physical or spiritual life, at a point, there should be a 10. There should be a turning point at the place. The moment you get to that turning point and you do not turn, you are straight heading to your doom. God in his own wisdom gives every man one chance. One chance. Jesus Christ, we as human, we didn't give him another chance. We got him and we finished him. By God in his own wisdom, he gives man one more chance every time. And God gave Ghana one chance. But before God can give you that chance for you to appreciate it, he needs to make you go through some level of what? Pain, to learn from your mistakes. We have never seen anything like what we are witnessing today. A whole country, people are being killed. And for 4 years, no man of God, no senior man of God has been able to stand on TV to say this needs to be investigated. No man has been able to do that in Ghana. 8 people were shot in one election. I should tell you something. We have only one shot at everything now. One shot. We can choose to blow it up. And let me tell you for a fact, we will all lose. What we are witnessing, it's not normal. Let's put our tribe aside. Let's put our differences aside. Let's put our religious difference. Let's put everything aside. What we are seeing, it's not normal. But the voice of the people is the voice of God. And if we say we are a God country or a religious country that believes in God, the reason why I'm not saying we are a Christian country is because Ghana. So many religions, Muslim every single person came together to sustain Ghana to this point. So as far as we are a country that believes in God, we should understand what is happening. And we are suffer, and you believe in trials and tribulations, and you believe that in life some things are supposed to talk to you, let you know that your God is calling. Even the so-called men of God who say they are enshrined, they are so holy, at a point in their life they still have that calling that you are human and that you need to recalibrate. Ghana needs serious recalibration. We have spoken all the English, we have done all the interviews, we have criticized each other for 8 good years. We have become enemies to each other. Why? Because the people we gave power to make us love each other, they have split us into pieces. We are supposed to go to the ballot, elect a leader to put us together. That is it. For us to work together to just achieve one thing: prosperity. But the people we came together to give power to, they have divided us. Today, we hate each other. Today, we don't understand each other. Today, we don't respect each other's religion. We don't understand each other because some people we gave power to consistently have found ways to draw lines. So we cannot make sense to each other again. You see men, matured men, stand on TV, call themselves journalists, and make some statement, and they're like, what are you defending here? What are you defending? What are you fighting? Why are you against right? You see someone like Paul Adomotri, he has a wife, he has kids, he wants a better life for them. He has seen people killed. He has seen the economy being run down. He has stolen. He has seen people stealing. He knows the economy. People are struggling for air, oxygen in hospitals. He does not care. He still says, my fellow Ghanaians should go through hell. Why do you think why do you think people are supposed to be so mean? Why should we get to this point? If there's one thing I love about Americans, they can have their differences, but don't touch what is called America. Americans can have their differences at home. Speak to each other at home. Do whatever to each other at home, but don't try to touch what is America. Because America is what makes America. But we don't learn. We don't understand. We don't even know who we are again. Now, as a nation, at this point, we are fighting the special prosecutor. A nation. We are sitting here as a nation that wants things to be better. At this point, as we speak, we are fighting the special prosecutor who is supposed to fight criminals. How did we get here? And we are looking at gentlemen we think or we thought are people who will stand for the truth. The two gentlemen that we trusted and believed that they could fight for us, today, out of some reason, some people today sit on radio and fight against the office that we thought was going to fight for us. How did we get to this point? 6, 7, 8 years, 9, 10 years ago, everybody thought that Martin Amidu stood for right, stood for fighting corruption. If even Martin Amidu had a problem with Kusie Jabeng, Martin Amidu will consider fighting corruption. He would just leave Kusie Jabeng to fight corruption. But it's so interesting that those people that we thought, we believed, we trusted, that will at least put their life on the line to help their fellow Ghanaian fight corruption, are finding excuses to get rid of people who, at the end of the day, are trying. I'm not saying are trying to fight corruption. And this is where we are as a nation that its elders, its old men and women are fighting as an office that will help change the mindset, change the corruption that has swallowed the nation. How did we get here? Why are we even fighting the special prosecutor's office? Why? This is something we need to think about. And it's not only about Martin Amidu, it's about all of us. How did we get here? That's why I keep telling you, where we are, this is our only shot as a people. Can you speak for the special prosecutor Kusie Jabeng? No. Why? He got the opportunity, the best opportunity in the history of Ghana, and for himself, for people to at least recognize him and see him as somebody who can turn things around. Kusie Jabeng got the best opportunity to prosecute La Bianca. He got the best opportunity. Kusie Jabeng refused to prosecute La Bianca. The moment Kusie Jabeng refused to prosecute La Bianca, the men and women on the side who always supported corruption realized that the opportunity has come. And that was the opening. That was when the gap was opened for so many people to come after him. Because Kisejaping, since he came into office, the LaBianca case was the most clean-cut case for him to prosecute. It was the most clean-cut case. Kisejaping was involved in too much politics. He refused his he forgot his mandate. He forgot his mandate. He allowed politicians. He allowed his ego. He was willing to work for the people, but his ego was looking somewhere else. Martin Amidu came to office, talked, spoke, wrote articles. He could not prosecute one person. One. He could not prosecute a chicken. When Tumi Anfanipa Bakumpo and Tuifiase, Martin Amidu. Kisejaping Abesha office, on Tumi Anfanipa Bakun Tuifiase. Ye be office way 8 years na ye uremi. No one has been prosecuted. Today, you see people sit on radio and go after the special prosecutor's office. Why? Because the special prosecutor's office allowed this. Guys, you guys are not in a good place. I'm going to be honest with you. And I pray. Yesterday I heard John Mahama say that when he's given the opportunity, corruption is something that he would do everything possible to at least fight. And if it was coming from a politician who had not fought corruption before, I would have doubted that politician. But at least I know he has been there before and he has proven that he can fight corruption by prosecuting his own. He went further to make sure that institutions, people who were using the institutions to benefit themselves, he went after at least. So at least there's hope isn't gone. There's hope. And the reason why these people are scared to get John Mahama back is that they know Mahama has nothing to lose. He can change the destiny of this country. That is what scares people like Martin Amidu. That is what scares people like Ekufuado. That is what scares the NPP. That is what scares them. That if John Mahama comes to power, he can decide to go rogue and clean the system and walk out. And we will never forget John Mahama till he dies. He will remember John Mahama like the way we always remember Kwame Nkrumah, because he can come in and do serious spring cleaning. And at the end of the day, we hand over the country to you people and say, take it from here. And that is what we are all expecting. And that is what scares NPP. And no NPP for and no any huna NPP. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Paulo Gudam, $12 million or no disikano, yehu be sikana for Bawumia is scared. Bawumia is panting. Bawumia suro. Into this NPP focus say no Mahama, it is because omusuro what is coming. When was the last time Otis Obiaka said Mahama is corrupt? When did you hear that? Have you heard Bawumia speak about corruption? Have you heard any NPP communicator say Mahama is corrupt? They know they cannot go on that terrain or on that path because the people will start asking them questions. Today in Ghana, we are fighting the special prosecutor. And in Ghana, we are fighting the special prosecutor. Today in Ghana, we are fighting special prosecutor. Special prosecutor. Poladimo Chitumejina TV so 2 hours. Adentra on TSS special prosecutor enjoy things in his office. Oh, who say a special prosecutor 200 Jumaso today in Ghana, and the Tehama journalists are going after the special prosecutor, all in the interest of a political party, all because Bawumia Peso be the president. Inti men and women we thought saw Omodo Ghana no today they are going after the man who is trying. Now look at this. NCC. When was the last time you heard NCC speak? When was the last time I said NCC? Na NCC ne nguye.
Yo.
The NCC for the NCC to name and shame promoters of insult and religious conflict. Kwasiafo. Kwasiafo. When did insult become a crime in Ghana? And who started or who has ever started religious conflict in Ghana? In the history of Ghana, when has started religious conflict? It has never happened. And when did insult become a crime in Ghana? You are a foolish woman. Politics. The foolishness of some of these people. NCCE, do you know your job? NCC, do you know your job? How many Ghanaians go and say Yebetwaba? How many Ghanaians the name Ghana the Ekoso? NCC, do you know your job? Foolish people. You are going to name and shame and what? Such a foolish woman. We have given you this job for years. Or to want a Jimmy or the party. Let me tell you. Election 2020, they see, you know. At this point, and go say NCC they lead the charge, you know, to make sure everybody who committed a crime during the election, at least they lead the charge to get the system cleaned up. Where did NCCE go? NCC, where did it go? When we were young, the NCC was working in Ghana. Foolish, you foolish people. You have turned the NCC into party headquarters. Do you know what is happening in Ghana? Do you know what is happening in Ghana? Why would you send Toma? Do you know what is really going on in Ghana? And when did insult become a crime in Ghana? And who has started religious conflict? You see, these are the people. And they are always trying to stir the system, to mess the system up. Because Yatigani, why in Etigan and da was started religious conflict? Wana. Christo ni ben on incremoniko. Incremoni ben on Christoniko Ghana and there. Pasiaba. Something that is not there. You are foolishly forcing it to happen. And these fools, they are taking thousands of cedis, dollars, and what was I saying? What was this woman saying? We are talking about voter education, NIA, NCA. What all that is going on from 2020 to date, you have not educated anybody, no single Ghanaian, foolish woman. But you know, say religious conflict. Who and who are fighting? Who and who are fighting in Ghana? People even don't know where to vote. People don't know how to vote. People don't know what is happening. Come election 2020, people don't know what is happening. Say religious conflict. Me and our papa na kokontoka. Adena mo Jimmy sa. Adena mo yamamu tumia. Na mo di Jimmy mo. In Ghana today, religion ben and religion ben. Which religion is fighting which religion? Huh? I can pull document of this woman. This woman, Caroline Addy, 2020, the insult she poured on Mahama. Who say in Kapawa Sanko see about me chawichi. Your raw winina, no one funa taratarono. Ya the woman atawichi. Wemu. 2020, occupying a government office. She was foolishly, stupidly. Edidi Mahama Atem, I can show you receipts. Say, insult, you are going to shame a name. What for them? Shame yourself and name yourself. Dirty, filthy, dirty people. You are the people destroying this country. That ben yeti kroma say nkremofo na Christopher oku. That ben yeti say a Christopher nkremofo oku. Motete Ghana na Jimmy na mo say etuo. It knows obi. Etuo aboba, it does not know any fool. What is the core responsibility of NCC? That is what we need from you, Kathleen. Foolish woman. You just want to stir the system. You want to stir the system. Kwasiaba 2020, you say, what is your work? What are you doing? You sat there and told us you have been given one pickup. Abofnu, ene dia wanwaba. Wanwaba for Otobre. Ka wanwaba no nanka wotoswaba. Anka wanwaba say na kan kwasiasa no we say puto. Kwasiaba, you are talking about religious conflict. Where? Can you give me any scientific data to prove that Ghana there are some religions fighting? Say religion being a religion equal. Can you prove to us? Foolish talk. And these are the things they do to destroy this nation. Let me show you what nonsense this dirty woman did. You are talking about insults. You are talking about religious conflicts. Kathleen, you are mad. You are foolish. You are the kind of people we insult. You have no self-respect as a woman. Dirty riffraff like you. And your politics and kabedruha. We want you to come and prove to us with scientific data that some religions are fighting some religions in Ghana. Sia, mudi ye jamu na mwe jimi mu ti sem ponche. And I'm nam Ghana. Mudi nkwasi asem wi anama kwete positions echi na mo kam mo asem. You 2020, you were insulting Muhammad to say we mates. Let me show you. Siafo, nobody's going to spare you. Samube wu magana jina ha ebe kumu nyina magana jina. Mwe jimi papa. Kwasia, go to Untumi Radio. Kwa Untumi Radio. Neko tenaso, neko educate Ghana for say Untumi kwasia mpe nyina kwasia asem oto woka no. Omunja ika, otwe. Kwa Untumi Radio kwa tenaso. San kwasia de omotete wo ye na mu. Mwe jimi na moti Ghana, wenim sa asesegwa. Abofunu. Girl no ka occupy Ghana home. Omunya nipa bia wo he. We mo. Omunya nipa bia. Omuni certification papa bia. Brofo kakora menti ase. The nim say asesegwa. Kekan kwasi asam. We mo. Ena motete Ghana. NCC. When did you hear about NCC? Election eba. Go and do the dirty job. Who is talking the system? And we Ghana for 10 in Kwarabu say, what is NCC? Nobody knows what NCC is. Foolish girl. Ghana. You want fake news? The president himself, he publishes fake news. The president. You want what fake news is? Easy. Do you know what fake news is? When you say asesegwa, when you say asesegwa, what space say petrol? So your task show said and there'll be a chess president who should be free. We exposed there like I think a year ago. I got deleting the Twitter page. A comfort bar way. She went on Twitter to delete her page. A buofunu. Oh, now what dear Momono? You bet che bema him when you chop him. Siafo, mo yesa Ghana papa dia. Mo yesa na mudi nkwasi asem na ensu ntwada. Me say mo pa mo wini power 30 years. There one day. Monkey will go market. That monkey will come house. Also the wenim so the sekakra. Now my mention well wenim sa asesegwa so wenim sa welder. Now this is what I want us to discuss today. And it's very important. It's got to do with the Electoral Commission. Ghana for yaka aka. Nobody should trust the Electoral Commission led by Jane Mensah, Bossman, and Srebo, the horse mouth. Srebo, I know say ponkon kwasi akeka na ye no. Bossman, I say Jimmy, Madam said, Madam Pancake, ni kote de na black. Sam kwasi afo we do not trust them. The Electoral Commission of Ghana is a cartel. Their job is one, steal the elections, and remember elections are a process. All that they are doing is to rig the elections for Jimmy Jimino. That is all. Makachremwa has said, the NPP, they know for sure they have lost the elections. Now, they want to use a strategy to take the elections from you. Makachremwa, me say, Jane Mensah Akachiri Kufuor say the NDC will lead the elections. They will win the elections. The only thing I can do for you, on a bossman, they were in a meeting with Kufuor. The only thing I can do for you is to make sure you put a lot of resource at the parliamentary level. The moment you are able to lead parliamentary halfway, I'll call the elections for you. So the NPP, they don't care about Baumia. Also, they don't care about him. What they are doing now is they want to at least steal the elections from the parliamentary level. Anytime you catch the NDC parliamentarians, if you people are not careful, the NPP, they will go through parliamentary to take the elections from you. And anytime Samia will say, what is your strategy to win the elections? Also, our strategy is going to shock the NPP. They don't have message. Samia will say, omni message. Baomian is omni message. Samia will put in radio so can say, oh, they know they are trailing at presidential, but parliamentary, they know. And that is the agreement between Jane Mensah and Ekufuado. Give me a little bit of the parliamentary seats. I will call the elections for you because of free elections, no matter what. Obekacho say, as far as they are leading in parliament, it links with the presidential, so they have won. And until you are not supposed to give them any room. Into going into the elections, the NDC should understand and say, any John Mahama Nkwana you are looking at, more person John Mahama win elections. Someone to our parliamentarians now, you can never win the elections. I'm telling you. Galafo, Obesa John Mahama ba, Obesa ba insisa. So when you am to Abama John Mahama, on your parliament, he will not win the elections. So John Mahama win the presidency, only parliament, on to me Jumabia Obetina Jubilee House was these people will run the government from parliament. And nothing now when Baumia is not attractive. I want to say Baumia or to say Bini. Baumia smells. Baumia cannot be sold. Baumia is expired goods. Right now, what they want to do is they want to take over parliament. When they take over parliament, now to Abadama Mahama no winikra, they can frustrate Mahama. On to me and pass one law. Mahama to me see one school. Mahama to me be biamao. And it's going into this election. So you are convinced to vote for Mahama, you need to be convinced to vote for the parliamentary candidate. Skirt and blouse, it will destroy the whole elections. I'm telling you. And when we said and say MP before ya DB, Omunyeska cry, no be quite time be our constituency. No my catcher say, she send me colleague NDC no on to me she. NPP for crampo now more ben when we almost say project is saying no mutumaye. Almost the problem ever to opposition MP so. At least when the NDC were in power, you saw what their MPs did. It's a serious message in say, Oma be sapeti biamamo, Oba also here NPP, NDC, menene parliament or doing yashi or bois. Obeso dadao. Or Pesa to Abanmano, oh, Mahama, the Obetma to Mahama, but making sure say MPP no to that is what they want to do. Now, my mention Adibia, a bet show clearly the NPP for somewhere, and I know you guys have all heard about a year Asama Esiwo Pusiga. EC official B registration or the card a register NIPA 17 different cards. Nina a illegal cards and your card papa. Electoral Commissioner representative. Saying Kenya NDC form home vigilanta. Anka or the fake cards register NIPA by 50. Now do you know the most interesting thing about Pusiga? You have no idea, eh? I don't know maybe prove what shall say. Some catcher will say NPP for a year parliament. Omunya parliament 40%. James have call election. I swear to God, tell her to call the elections. And then election I'm going I was somewhat here as say skirt and blouse is out. Registration official complicit in registering 70 voters with fake Ghana card dismissed and arrested. EC official ni or the Ghana card ba pe fake one Ghana card Pusiga or the register NIPA 17. Now my member was asem yo before a channel we nipa do a odin kan the fake card na register. And I'm going to say 17 we nkwa ni achi omo. Me say before NDC for no ehu ya channel EC for so much no. The question is the fake card back on the register NIPA 17 with Pusiga no. Do you know how many fake cards are at what different parts of Pusiga? Because Pusiga and never be back up any registration. In the northern region, it's not only one place near registration. It's a whole EC official brings fake card. Ghana card who you from bottom. Now you catch the MPP from some Mensah lie. Now or the register NIPA 17. Now your sister the panel or match no arrest no me busamo from 2020 EC officials are ye chichi omuni nyina omo na nsia ye call eye egiso EC phobia no echi omo Jane Mensah and the EC no they are criminals so me see 2020 elections all that happened EC officials were involved in criminality because election process when you decide to deliberately lie it is an offense. You need to go to jail. 2020 elections, EC officials at Chiomwa, now they were doing things contrary to rules of the game. No, ever seen there no. Ye busa from 2020, Oma Chiomone, Oma and see Chiomo just so ever see hano, Omu in Omoing. They be able to say, oh, we have arrested them. Obekoro, nobody has been arrested. They are going to bring these people back to conduct your elections. And International Mahame Kache EC say, what is wrong for the EC? What is so wrong for them? Why can't they just publish all their representatives? For you know, there are people at EC so at least see identify they are not party people. They are Ghanaians, be a teachers, be a nurse for you say when we you won't say active politics party because they can do it. Why do you think EC this rules over publish it? Sanko for now. Omo Babe share Abanasu 2020. What is stopping the EC? It is because the NPP communicators and card-bearing members and Omo Babe running elections. No, it is all just EC nibi. This uncle just na bunikuno. Say EC nibi ever registration center. And say acquire the illegal card. Register the past 17. You were supposed to beat him. I can't claim man one of the mama of police. No one who sells because okwa obesaba. Every time be amu choma no moja omo. Omo ye MPP for. Omo EC omo ye say adwuma no omo ye MPP for. Sa EC official we nan koso pusika for the bono. E ka be 2% no wu another number police. Into grass cells so no wu another EC official will think because let me tell you all those criminals omo ye adwuma EC omo ye MPP for no. Mo choma no moja omo a omo ko show mo differentiate de omo ko different place. We are not supposed to leave these people alive. Buomo, I get 2% no more. Another mama police so ya cheno do ye ni. Okowua ne colleague ba kunu so wu self sa onye. Because let me tell you, the reason why Mensah and person publish it, EC officials on Juma 2024 no, it is because 70% are NPP card bearing members. And internet catch Ghana for say, okwato abana menko fie. Because EC official you cannot trust that EC official. Move on to 70% of EC officials are organizing elections. Some MPP for say EC say a bois on publish some in some in Ghana for. And then why can't they be transparent about the people who will be managing the elections? Why is it so? How is it so difficult for them to just publish names? Publish their faces. Let's see them. You don't want to Ghana, some say Ghana for, but it is because they are all MPP card bearing members. It is said. And yet EC for the Nina and any pabone for, and let me put this on record. Some are legitimate, honest EC4, and Omo Yomo Jumana because EC near Oye Ejumapano, Uncle for fake card, and registered past 17. Any EC official or Bekofa fake card or back by election day, Abe Riemuno, or yet Ghana man before some bono. I got 2% new woo and mama police. Because Sanko for did not come to help protect the democracy. Omo ye dangerous. Omo to say omo boat to Techiman South no. Say EC official and I use obe we abem na china. Or a dangerous chin nipa na boat to Techiman South no because or no obetuma nipa ediewu. Into what you do is sani pan obesel democracy or so bono. Aka 2% no wu another number police no ko police selves. Now, man can story na men chiramu. Adikudientia the NPP their last resort is a parliamentary elections. Anything I'm catch Ghana for Okoto about 2024 December we are. Never think about skirt and blouse. Auto skirt and blouse Mahama won't be winning. Otoma Mahama, Tomani MP. Mahama needs full majority in parliament to implement everything. Because some majority no Mahama enough full majority in parliament only to be prosecuted Ghana. I'm telling you. What they will do in the say everything at Mahama NDC for the parliament say yen hwehwem no on bebo atogu And in time, I say, don't go into elections thinking, say, me to Mahama, near Tom MPP anyway, and they no want to crank a vote for Mahama and vote for his MP. Because Mahama nya majority in parliament, or nya the full majority, the Mahama person any way he wants to prosecute, he can do it. J Mensah no person chena se obetuma chena se. So safuma fu no person chena se obetuma chena se. Na so wan to aba ne sa na Mahama nya for parliament, oh how ho. Mahama obey useless president because he will be in the Jubilee House, he cannot operate. President powers our parliament and intina e-levy ba omi adeba and parliament no mo beto ye and intina ba omi ankwasi asem ni sika wa be wie nyina na order for parliament. Until you need to understand sasket and blouse no entumi mwa da then anyone to about the crank menya wa adwene da because you all know the party in government omo na sika no wo ho so MP NDC no on your project you cannot blame that MP. This is a government on one kasa the MPs ko mu ku omo to twene. So opposition MP, give them full power. And until you said the NDC will get full majority in parliament, control parliament and control the executive. Because one for to me now parliament and for my NDC, no one for my Mahama court no, I'm frustrating mo. Supreme Court na Madam Tokonu tuwano, omomi MPP 4. Madam Tokonu on penny. But when parliament belongs to the NDC and executive belongs to the NDC, they can ignore the court. They can still deliver. The court is always there waiting for the NPP to get a little, and the LGBTQ, as some Nakosi saying, so Madam Tokonu, I don't know, no. Because the assembly we are going to NPP into one year. The Supreme Court today is not in favor of Ghanaians. It's not in favor of anybody. It is only there to serve a kufuado. Enti so ti Ghana na wadwene say me koto sketem laos na me MP we your MPP ni. What you are doing is you are basically telling Bawumia to come and rule you and they'll keep killing you people. Enti sa sketem laos it should be out of your mind. Erase it. Tuma John Mahama, tuma ni MP. When you're of full endorsement so that you can hold the NDC accountable. May the parliament amount, may the presidential amount do what you say you will do. That is how you hand power over to somebody. You don't hand over half power. Half power, managing it is difficult. Now, Shade, into some ways you will pussiga, yes, electoral commissioner be representative or the one card I register Nipa Pole 17. Now, any anka wawa. Ubeka say, oh, Nipa 17 there. Say we there any problem biya because we are registered Nipa 17 Nipa more pussiga there anka 17 there. But mami chiro bibi. After some we see you know. Yet na EC a release statement. Na EC for statement me be chiro ade bi nde ohun be dwiru. Na mama wati ase say sa Ghana na mote no. EC we no. They are not there for you people. Me be chiro ade bi nde. And intina say ohun say MPP ye bibi no omoka say omo be wi abani ma omo reason. Now uhwe EC4 statement omo release here, let me put it on the screen ye nyina yen kan. The Electoral Commission has received a report from its Upper East Regional Director on an incident which took place during the ongoing voter registration exercise at the Pusiga District Registration Center on the 13th of May 2024. The Commission wishes to inform the general public on the said incident as follows. 1. During the voter registration exercise on the 13th of May 2024, a data entry clerk observed suspicious Ghana card number on 17 registration forms. The data entry clerk notified the district electorate officer accordingly. Almost 13th Pusiga one of the registration centers no data clerk member ba be NOTC say the card ba be registered the bebre inti emasa data entry clerk no or notify and also catch the district electoral officer penyini na ho no say we hu bibi wa system nim na say EC4 bi the card ba ko illegal registered the pankwan 17. Now point 2, upon investigations it was revealed that the Ghana card numbers were fake. It was further discovered that the registration officer was complicit because he did not physically inspect the Ghana card of individual applicants, but rather accepted the fake numbers from party agents who had accompanied the 17 applicants. I'm gonna say, investigation hold on say EC ni no sebio obi sebio ato ne nsam wagye biribi ɔyɛ adwuma ma obi because ɔmo hu sɛ ɛyɛ nipa 17 no saa EC ni de fake Ghana card ɛhɔ na ɛwɔ sɛ ɛwɔ no or the fake Ghana card na ɔgye Ghana card no wanhwɛ ne nyinaa sɛ ɔgye card no pɛ no ɔde register na wanhwɛ so it means say there are fake Ghana cards in the system. The probability of people using fake Ghana cards during elections, it is high because and they will say Ghana card in the crampa yeah they boy on samarani no it is not the holy grail. It means there are fake Ghana cards in the system. All right. Now, point 3, the registration officer was dismissed. A report was made to the police and he was arrested. He has since been granted a police inquiry bail while the police continue with their investigations. Almost the officer now, yes, I know. Your man the bail man, they call police for your investigations. Somewhat. They be a catch them. This officer we election 2024, baby. I am telling you. Your MPP for did they show the face? Because for some reason, for some time now, police watching the PB and now and your chinipa and this man has committed a crime. We don't know him. We don't know his face. We don't know his name. His name hasn't been mentioned. His face wasn't shown. We don't even know how he looks like. Tiano, ye nim nipa kro. Sa nipa na besa koshe atade foforo abeji EC card. Akobi foforo. This is the danger we've been talking about. Now sanke ye nyina no ya publishers ankofo we nyina anima. We would have known, so, oh, this guy, oh, where the OTA dance man, ye nimno, and ya de be penimana she EC atade bium at least. But this is the situation. We don't know who this person is. We don't know his name. We don't know anything about this person. You see a pamono, you man the bill. Sandi parabesa ba bium, obeko bantmano jina ho. Or G fake Ghana card bay 50, 500,000 no kind of mugum. I'm telling you. Now about point 4. The 17 applicants were subsequently registered through the guarantor system. Almost the past 17 now illegally. Omo register omo no. Easy for crime so say register or mom ko for guarantors by hey ready go Ghana. Now number 5, while the police continue with their investigations, the commission would like to warn all its temporary officers that it will not countenance the breach of blah 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 blah. Inti easy for say to see a police for your investigations or my warning or officers in your say memma obia enya de etia omlo omoboa Nipa 17 na ye chi omo a omo commit crime because sa card na register Nipa 17 the officer is complicit. The people who came to be registered with that fake card, they are also complicit. The 17 people plus the officer, they were supposed to be put before court. But the EC say Nipa 17 what we are going to do is say ye ja omo ko fa guarantors by. Do they have that right? Because they have committed a crime already. They need to be checked. So right now, no, you can go kill somebody and come back home and say, oh, go and bring your father to come and speak for you. Is that the Ghana we are in and the EC? It is looking like right now, when you question the EC and you ask for transparency, all that they tell you is that you hate the EC. That is what is running in Ghana today. Now, but let me show you this. After when you see, you know, you have to say, the NIA is for say, oh, because of incident in the EC with Pusigano. Pusiga a border town. Any Burkina Faso mo and a Boshie. Intiatia, Yasini pa 17 ya chiomo, EC officer, Yanko baby atefua a nimsa nchene. NIA, Mahamudu Baumia, na danfo pani atefua, or ware na atefua jina, atefua ware Baumia, no a best man. Or the other way. Yatiao, Pusiga, Yatiana and NIA for release statement say Pusiga a border town. At the Kudientia man Nipa 17 illegally, it will be registered him say town a border town. Omni Burkina the boss here. It's the Siano, Omo the plan biba, Omo baby be a fan of piloting. It's the piloting again on mobile bay, Omo by registration in the minimum year of border towns. MPP. Now Mumientie a year for NIA. There's the Electoral Commission, right? Mr. S, NIA. So I don't have the NIA here. It's fine. Now, no, Messiah, did I get the NIA in the meeting? Did you guys get me the NIA? Oh yeah, I think you got it. Yeah, I don't know where it went, but I have it here. Thank you. So NIA for the release statement. I mean, kind of, I mean, sure I did put cigar. I want to be with the MPP for you. Anytime I would say a reading because maybe say later I'm sure I did. Now NIA for a release statement. Maybe kind statement natural. Me we are not sure I did put cigar. Now I'm watching the kudientia. A election we know NPP person omode parliamentary. Omu wiem election. Maybe sure I did. Now NIA for a release a statement. Papa na your friend aye atefua nenim ketekete sa nchene Jane say na the statement in here momientie asefua statement from NIA National Identification Authority. Almost say the National Identification Authority NIA announces to the general public that in partnership with the International Organization for Migration IOM, it will commence a special pilot Ghana card registration for Ghanaians living along the borders of Ghana and Burkina Faso beginning 20th of May on Friday to Friday 14th of June 2024 in Pusiga. NIA for say because of a easy official or the fake Ghana card a register nipa 17 ya chene no to see almost say omone abrochire NGO bio so organization be committee abo ho so they have basically brought in some NGO to say omo pilot bibi omone NGO no bufra abrochire omo be pilot bibi ewo Burkina Faso Ghana border no so no ene ne den omo ba be ye registration of Ghana card ama omo te Pusiga border no so na tie where the ni almost say border towns, borders of Ghana and Burkina Faso. How many border towns do we have in Ghana? Elubo for some border town. Eye Aflao for say border town. Adentina Pusiga Burkina border so nkoana pilot we pese ero. Unma de kro. E be kireo. There is a reason why atefo the ticket say nchene boto. Adikudientia NPP for person omukoye sa special Ghana card registration e wo Pusiga border no so me be kire wa de kro eno na de bia me make me statement to say NPP person of the parliament area election now beti ase now so read the letter now and almost statement now this is what they said. Now my team is telling me say the IOM no they are part of the United Nations. It's been there for since this IOM. They have been there since 1950. We get it. But the question is Pusiga the only border town in Ghana? We are asking the IOM. When they came to Ghana, the IOM should know that we don't have less than one border town. We have more than one border town. We have the Ivorian border, we have the Togolese border, and the Burkinabe border. Why are we conducting only the Burkinabe border? Why are we conducting special registration for people on only that border? If the IOM is independent enough and it is not getting itself involved in dirty politics, it should tell the NIA to visit all the border towns at the same time because they have the equipment to do that. At least it's just three border towns. It's not the whole nation. So you can pilot all at the same time. Why have they chosen only Burkina Faso, Pusiga? Now, the second part of the story says this, or their press says this. The special pilot registration program will span over a month and will be concluded in 2 phases. Therefore, all Ghanaians living in Pusiga who have not been able to register are encouraged to do so. So, since they are Ghana Hano, now you need to Pusiga for the Ghana card. See, I almost say because of the incident in the sea, Pusiga for almost special needs people. Suddenly, Pusiga for here help. They are special needs citizens. We need to by force give them Ghana card. But I thought Ghana card it was open for every Ghanaian to go out there and prove that they are Ghanaians to register. So why is Pusiga today or Burkina Faso border the citizens there they have become special needs kids? That they need Ghana card instantly right now. What is causing that? Because if you are talking about border towns, we have so many border towns in Ghana. Elibo, Omomwo Ivorian border, Omomwo Togolese border, and Omomwo Burkina Bay. So if you are talking about border towns, the same problem we are having at Pusiga, we should have the same problem at Elibo. We should have the same problem at Aflawo. Why have they decided to use only Pusiga? There's a reason. Now I'm sure reason. Now the reason why they are doing Pusiga is that this is 2020 elections, parliamentary Pusiga. Shadiebi. Me catch us a MPP for almost selective, almost per seat CTB. Edi ayade. Where Jimmy and Ombe Yusu, eh? This is 2020 parliamentary elections Pusiga. NDC ninya 14,929. Right? Oba eye NPP nina onya 14,866. The difference between NDC and NPP nina is 64 votes. Are you getting it? Oba Pusiga parliamentary. NDC nina 14,929. And NPP nina 14,866. The difference is 64, if I'm right. Now that is what the NPP wants to turn around. And remember, Omodinkai at 17 every 64. Don't forget, 14 is 7. 5 minus. Technically, I got 47. And the difference between NDC and NPP. NDC lead the MPP with only 47 votes at Pusiga. That is why at the first or Pusiga I command for Ghana card, so that the NPP can bring people from Burkina Faso to register to have about 200 people more to win that seat. Because the SO Pusigano, the same thing we see at Flower, Ebisu Elubu. I didn't know Pusigan Kwan here MPP. I didn't know Pusigan Kwan a year more Ghana card. It is because the difference between NDC and MPP, it is less than 100 votes. And that one. Now you understand. It is 64 votes, no. Omo dinkan register 17 wom omo nyanya Ghana for. It technically between the MPP and NDC, the difference between NDC and MPP or Pusiga parliamentary is 46, around 47 votes per. Now, Atefwa is going there because they need the seats. They catch them with the MPP. They know they can win presidential. If you are Ghana in a person Mahama winning now, because of the Tusket and Blasa with Jimmy, you are giving power to MPP. They know, so they are going there to go and register more at their Burkina base, so that those people can get on the register, because you need only like 50 votes. You need only about 100 votes to turn everything around. And that is why at the point in the in China Cap say oko eyadien oko Pusiga akomomo eyadien Ghana card, special Ghana card. Mr. P. Omu betwegum. Into registration, they started yesterday, emergency. And I expect the NDC to insist, because where the be show, almost say piloting, it is not piloting. This is real business. Almost register Burkina for, because right now what they will do, they say they will enter Burkina, bring people and give them Ghana card. That's all. What can I say? The Japan TV so catch them say, almost this are full and for by 2020, 2060, but what Atefwa and the MPP are going to do is simple. They are going to enter Burkina Faso. They will buzz them in. 500 or 1,000. They'll give all of them Ghana card. Do you know the repercussions of what they are doing? All because they want that seat. That is the difference between NPP and NDC. 47 votes. Now you understand. So I say NPP for them some lose elections. No, there's no way Bawumia can beat Mahama. But Ekufuado a catch Jane, and Jane a catch Ekufuado say, give me parliament. When you give me parliament, now halfway in the day, me who so will lead the election be mau. And that is what they are working on now. In this West Area, the NPP don't care about Bawumia. They care about parliament. That is where their strength, they want to capitalize into. Just say, NDC for any free biaso and year parliament ho. It almost selected seats bia person Pusiga is one of them. As if what I and nim say in Chene cap. Adiachin Andra ya was starting registration. You will see what will happen. Burkina Faso for of course about NDC. Fuel prices to go up due to city depreciation. I better about say, and this is coming from COPEC, and they just basically put it out there. I better about say, yes, I bet to petrol. Yeah, but to petrol technically means say, I want to say more. Because a few months ago, before 2024, I sat on my show. The first time I told you, say Mohobe, because say Mohobe to the point where moto betete mo kaisa asem no. Because chem say ahokyra Ekufuado ne Bawumia mo de beto mo so no, you have no idea. You have no idea because omama adwene say they are working for you. They are not. Say say cyber to petrol. Petrol na yebetum no ebe affect Ekufuado ana personally no. Ebe affect Bawumia no. Do you know Bawumia nanti a onante ene forerunners a edi na chi nyina ne eye de sika odiko nyina eye wu sika enye Bawumia sika. Because as we sit here, Bawumia has not come out to tell us say some money came from somewhere and then they're running the campaign. No, Bawumia is still an active vice president. When he moves, he is moving with our taxes. Don't forget that. Bawumia is still a sitting vice president. Bawumia is the head of the economic management team. So Bawumia move V8 bakwa. Petro be a woman, you and I, we pay it. So security, any Bawumia move here, you and I, we pay. Every single day per diem security form the Bawumia china ebejeno, we, you and I, we pay it. So Bawumia is running a campaign on us in our accounts. Yana yetua Bawumia campaign. But the question here is, has Bawumia delivered for the past 7 years? Yetua taxes. Has it delivered to deserve this? Free money, wasting money, spending our own taxes? These are the questions you ask yourself. Nobody can tell me in Ghana today, say, Bawumia e was sika bi also be the chair now or the yes the oye no. Mene wusika. So today I ask you, Abayna isisu no, edia mwa na wunye free because you betu petrol. And you see, when Bawumia and the MPP were in opposition, they deliberately did some street politics. And that street politics was that Bawumia to be PA also wakoma lata akofa tomatoes Mensah. Tomatoes Mensah 100 Ghana, and 10 Ghana, and 2 Ghana, into the whole Ghana no ding. Tomatoes ne boy ding. Abayna say that is how Bawumia was preaching or sending his message across. Bawumia, when he enters one supermarket and buys something, he uses that price to judge every single price in Ghana. We didn't question Bawumia. But there are some things that you cannot change. You cannot do what? You cannot manipulate, especially when it comes to the price of fuel. Petrol, nebo. There's nothing you can do about petrol. There's nothing you can do about diesel. Because you'll be in a kofaba and we are forced to buy at the price they want. And it's a oko malata, nasa oko ejuso, nasa utumi play politics with tomatoes, and now muko egu table swa. You cannot play politics with petrol, diesel. You cannot, because those ones you don't have control over them. And those are the ones that will show, say, whether you are working to let the people have a better life or you have failed as a leader who was given that opportunity to serve. Now, look at this. When John Mahama was in power in 2016, let's make it simple. It was showing I started in Temba. I'll do my best to run through this. In 2016, Mr. S, you have a video too? Okay. All right, thank you, Mr. S. In 2016, not fuel, Mahama Tisno, not 1 gallon. 1 gallon bako. Kai say 4.5 liters. And unya 1 gallon. Be about to no. And 9. 1.5 beer. ɛno ɛna odinya ɛyɛ deɛ 1 gallon saa beer bottle ɛnan no a ɛma 1 gallon no Mahama time no na 1 gallon no is 16 Ghana into ukojina filling station akuda gallon baako a beer bottle baako do and a half no I say baako do and a half saa 4 and a half saa no ubenya 16 Ghana ubenya gallon baako ato akogu kamu 16 Ghana Mahamudu Bawumia ne any MPP especially Bawumia catch the Ghana for say Mahama ne NDC for umu Jimmy omu ntumi nkyekere man because then are buying to tina krum na petrol 1 gallon 16 Ghana 1 cedi 60 pesos 10 cedis 6 pesos 16 Ghana and I can say no 16 Ghana 1 cedi 60 pesos Mahama time no now we top petrol 1 gallon we 1 Ghana cedis and now the 60 pesos a gallon 16 Ghana if I'm right tell me and I see 16 year 10 Ghana and 6 cedis right all right Mahama time no not 1 gallon 16 Ghana 10 Ghana bako and 6 Ghana bako now Mahmoud Bawumia etna opposition 16 cities now in 2024 Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Ghana catcher say yento abamano now the reason why we voted for Bawumia in 2016 and say now ose petrol no 16 Ghana ne boy din 1 gallon into say tumana obetumi atesoma na baba 8 Ghana na 4 Ghana so we went to vote for better life send baya ye betumi atop petrol ebuofo that's all nobody is going to go vote for hardship obi enu wakoto abasa ne ho nkire no enti the reason why Ghana former Bawumia not in 2016 was because okachire Ghana for say the 2 minimum na petrol 1 gallon no yemfa ne 16 Ghana na around 14 but today when we had the editorial meeting we catch them say let's push it to 16 and sometimes we do these things because we don't want to give people the room to even contest the numbers we put out. In 2016 it was 14 Ghana but we decided to put it at 16 Ghana for a reason. And a Ghana for nyina kosa line say ye twama Bawumia also onimnyansa chen NDC for onimnyansa chen John Mahama ono de waye djuma Bank of Ghana da onimade for economics odane dane sika dane ngoma ema nyoma ekoye. So we went to vote for Bawumia to change this situation so that you better petrol no less. Now, and then I say in less than 8 years, so offer gallon bakwa or turn 70 Ghana. Now, so we Ghana ni na and Mahmoud Bawumia Abaufie about constituency. Now I say to Abamana, the question is, baby, how far petrol na turn gallon bako 16 Ghana no? Aya den endo ye ton gallon bako 70 Ghana o se me Mensah to Abamao. Because nana answer kwa e ka kire no. O say so person politician bu so we jimi a. Obebu so we jibi. Anything ende omode Bawumia e parody say omunim say Ghana fo bi endwene inti no say ende to ma Bawumia. But question me bu sa on say obi a na o se petrol no eya 1 gallon 16 Ghana ne boarding yemfa tumi ma no na obetuma ye dwuma no obetumi ateso no ende petrol ba kuna 1 gallon no ono na breso ye ton 70 Ghana eya dan na ukosa lai se me to amasa nipa no. Ask yourself ask yourself 70 Ghana cedis old Ghana near 7 million and my friend say I don't even want to go there, I'll get confused. But realistically this alone, so you're Ghanaian, with all due respect, why do you need a Juma? This thing you are seeing on the screen alone should tell you no, I will not do this. I will not make this guy think say me Jimmy. I will not allow myself to be used. Do you know how many Ghanaians are only 70 Ghana on the better a petrol 1 gallon? Sankanya Kurana at least baby I will better petrol no hono anka yedien anka maninjina ho because time na Mahama teso petrol ani etu Ghana and then mutu hu mbo edu. So senke enya kura at least obetuma ka che Ghana for say time na Mahama teso no na petrol etu Ghana na wo form se sia de ma breso no edos enti me move krampa ko e bia 18 Ghana e betima se. Now you have moved it from 16 Ghana to 70 Ghana. 30 Ghana scano 70,000. And I'm saying 70,000. And these are things that we are talking about. Where now also we are going now to one busa question say na baumia ohum is saying this alone should decide the elections. When because broni bie ni America ha. Broni bie ni UK. Broni bie ni any part of Europe. Obeying these numbers. Na still akoto abama baumia broni bie ni obeyesa. And just how broni roya boa. I am being honest with you. Ghana for mutia brocha mo pema asem mo didi matem de bia be Jimmy and me di atem no, none of them me say omo mutumi to aba enye illegal for no meka omo so mo American passport, none of them omo a omo twika akọ adwuma, none of these people will go to the ballot and vote for a president or town petrol free 16 Ghana all the way to 70 Ghana, no Ghanaian. And so these people will sit on radio and tell you say yamfa abanema bawumia identity because ne tribe any ya say MPP na ekunipa MPP na essay Ghana for abrabo no eye ne yes MPP be fra ban mu eno anu no enye wo na wote Ghana na wo bre no. The biggest problem is say MPP be fra ban mu no obi asere no say nipa no abrabe koye no emfa no ho de ehia no. What they need to see is basically a competition between MPP and NDC. So right now, there are some people in Ghana who don't even understand development. They think voting is some form of competition between two political parties. And their party ni free abema, your best three. It is a party ni say kronu kra, yama party international. Now have you thought of the rippling effects? The abysmal performance of your party no, the yomo today. So any Ghanaian I will show me. So I will share these two numbers. It should give you a clear idea of how to vote. Because me I will never go and vote for Obia Watam petrol every 16 Ghana, 1 gallon. I will do 70 Ghana. Say me to krama sadi pana. My dream no me who say me yaboa. Because abana meto me to from Puntio. Me to abana from Puntio. Interbedu nana me sa to abana se ma brabo no entumi sesana ese mo a se me sa ko gina o sa ko to abama se yense ma brabo na me no me nya nipa enti it will hurt me to be working on this planet and thinking say me aboa, because it is only an animal who make that decision. Now Shadia, this is the interest rate. Now the interest rates and the under Baumia, let's do simple way a common sense episode. Interest rate on business loans hitting 50% with no bank offering rates below 30%. And the Ghana we dreading into your be a friend of business loans, your personal loans. Omoko bank say mejumanie me ba beji loan. Now me dia sobedwuma na se no and your friend business loan. Now and the abeto dwane say wo dwuma na so person ko bank ko gi loan a insi ho no eye oha enchichemu eduenu eye 50%. Bank bia ni Ghana and the oye den oye business oye company now ko gi loan a on be ma interest rate of even 30%. Inti se wo swame wo kokompe or malata or kotokraba or your businessman now say me here 1 million Ghana cedis. Me here 1 million Ghana cedis. Edia kwheme dwumema. I was all tia say the day now don't sabesha kratas no. Eye bosome na eba no sa sika na wogi no ubetua ho de eye 50%. You need to understand where we are heading is dangerous. Maybe are sitting here 1530. Into how many businessmen, how many businesses and what Ghana able to me rub bank say me ba beji loan, because the next 30 days I also tia so 1 million, I also tia 1.5 million. So 1,000 Ghana, also go to 1,500 Ghana. That is how it is. And how are you going to be able to pay that interest? Because sikabia obeji no interest that's no 50% straight. And the report is that bank bi any Ghana obeko say me koji loan ama me business ye be ma interest rate of 30%. The 30% alone is dangerous. 30% interest. Krano, it is dangerous. It will go adwuma. How much more 50%? And this is the same Hamudu Bawumia under his leadership. Still as the head of the economic management team, Ghana economy Mensah. And this guy is still working in Ghana telling you, say, upon all these things you are seeing, forget about it. Vote for me and let me lead. Let me lead again for the next 4 years. Who in their right senses will sit down and say, me kwakoto aba ama Bawumia. And you might not like me, but sometimes I'm catching say, sit back, Kwame Amwaku. 2014, 2015, 2016, now we see that Hoye saying, how much were you worth as a businessman? Or Abusu Kain, or Swami, or the Kotokraba, or Srim, or Eastern region, or Hefa. 2016, time Mahame Fusna, how much were you worth? Now Usika at the bank. And it would get na at saying, how much was it? Sanya de check ya brabo. Na wa brabo mu te saying. Na eyedien we senia utumi hwe we busuan na te saying. Na we dwuma te saying. Na sebio investment bi a we invest no na et saying. Project bi a na wo ye na et saying na ekọ saying na utumi ye. Now fast forward to ende. Now twaweni ekohwe ekirebu sa say sika na 2016 na da ho no ende insiwo sen na abeka ho ana sa sika no ahye ana. That is how human beings think. And sana omatoaba. That's all. Dede aye no Ghana nyina no, it boils down to this simple thing. It boils down to this. I am not supposed to use harsh words to make you understand the say it is up to you to sit back and analyze one kasa wajuma aweye. Because there is still free SHS. And I'm a say who saw the free SHS aba. Eya o capital na da ho no. Free SHS ne buy no eswati ana say akosoro. You do the math. It free SHS no e dey na de breo. Free SHS no e dey infrastructure be kan wo sika ho. Free SHS no wadwuma wo ye no utumi bie mu. It idea impact na free SHS no dia breo. It yen to me say Ghana na ye chichire no. Everything is about free SHS. Then you are getting it wrong. Because uche Ghana mu Mensah emu mienu omumba ni SS. Ena baako na aka no osa chemu fa emu kota omumba ni SS. Majority number e primary and basic schools. Eti den ye ka se free SHS nkoanti. Se oman na as a whole na egu no ye betena se ne akusa se ye hia obi a obetumi aba na we make sure say free SHS be because nanso ye sika sam so e be gina ne na aso. Because you can't tell me say o the free SHS aba na de mi anka se me di se eja no mini no. You cannot tell me because of free SHS nti o se me dwuma gu. Then you are not ready to help me. Because some me de me ba ne ma na se okọ free SHS no na me dwuma gu a me ba no ba obeda abontene. Onya peace of mind impo entrance school if you say onim se ne papa dwuma gu ne ma me dwuma gu. Now how are you able, how would you be able to sustain the two? Into that argument to say free SHS aba into problem nyina solve no aban bia obeka say one policy as solve problem nyina no oye kohwifo aban. And esanka 2016 na nke ni say ekufo the cast obesi anybody o meka so obesi 350 senior high schools no na nke ni say nke ka ho asem. Omuka some the napco ba ombe fani pa 100,000 ejuma no na nke ni say ka ho asem. Omuka some the planting for food and jobs ba eduane ba for Ghana na nke o say kwaka say ekoto aba because of free SHS. Na say no kwanti ne to aba and they abra bomu te sen. We need to get serious. Omaibu, so many components come together to build a nation. You cannot use one thing to build a nation. O health sector nya, o education sector nya, employment sector nya, se sector sing into engineer na so a you can pump the whole country's money into one sector, one policy. And that is the foolishness we are seeing. Now me busa question no. Free SHS no. How quality and it's here. Because right now free SHS no kwampa ugina so ka say entume kufu ado no. It is draining you than time and free SHS no a progressive. And I'm a majority of you parents more our for no free SHS no same sika more than set time and one kasa mu bottom sika etua enkwara fees every say me because school no your schools are near we here for ma any we sika for ma ye nyina ye nim time ye sis no ye tumi be register ne aka kire omon papa ntua omon school fees omon kofi ana meboa yeah but at the end of the day they graduate here. How did they finish? Because their parents found a way to take care of their kids. Papa sika Andrew International School no, they moved to their government schools because a home so. Now when the parent is working, when the parent is getting their consistent income, your free SHS or your school no, it will not impact the life. Because at the end of the day, Nana the Dankweku for the group almost school no, none of them enjoyed free SHS. Majority of Nippon War Ghana ebesin there, majority of them did not enjoy any free SHS. So it means to say without free SHS, and I say we're not putting all our effort in one policy, no, we can build this nation. Nobody in Ghana, say school education in yet. Now let's be realistic here. Let's be very realistic. Ghana for study school, echo school yenne. School no emwaben pa na di abwa Ghana. So we need to make sure say a person investing in school. We need to invest in quality education, not just school. Abrafuko school, yes, your school. I don't think we are Abrafuko to buy nyoma yentuminye because our kind of education it is not quality, and the free SHS no is not bringing the quality out of our education. We need quality education to get better students. You cannot miss that because you know something. And over Ghana. There are some schools, your bomb now I can say, hey, when we dear, and just say be a scaffold school, it is because of the quality they are getting. Sound Korani Ria, you almost quality, and almost so a Sebio, Sikan you are Sebio, Yaso Mogucho to set Sadis, no, you see their quality. So it's all about making sure that quality is met. It is not about pumping kids into schools. The world richest man, Okosku could do saying, but I am not running down education. I am trying to tell you, say, if you want to do education, let it be quality. Do not make it look like, say, one Kosku or Winnie Pa, or be better Kosku from KG all the way to university, or useless. And there are so many of them walking on the streets of Ghana. So many useless educated people walking on the streets of Ghana. So we need to step back a little bit. The free SHS, and the way these people are running this government, you know, they have lost focus. Mahamudu Bawumia and the Ontumin Kanchero Adia Potia, why ye? I also Jinaso to Abamano, Onibi. Because every single sector has failed. Every single sector. Now just a papana otifusu, oyekweni, sebio, sabine, eman free fertilizer. Now so to me the good fertilizer say. To man spray. Na the fertilizer etumi eye adwuma na the cocoa eso na otumi ti cocoa dodo na sebio oton no onye sika wana ka just otumi hwe ba school papa na ota senkregwa sebio oye ekueni saban etumi so na sen etumi omutumi build cooperative said your mahameka no no mo begi loan no mo nyina etumi de ye omofuo na at the end of the day omutumi twa omnyoma no mo kesi ani no mo ton ne kese ma aban a sa papa no se sika ba ni nsema who tells you say ontumi hwe ba school. So we need to make sure say the economy is resolute. Ejina na so a obi a also onya ho faso obi anya ho faso it will take care of itself. Because me, throughout my life, I have not been to any government school. And I've seen people who never went to international school, they are doing well. So how do you draw that line? Minimum Kofu Saito throughout their life. They are one of the best students in Ghana and even abroad. Well, I'm going to international school there. But the issue here is we need to understand what we are doing. The free, no. And none about me, I would be to anything about me to me because as we speak, more man so much to school 1 month, if you're 3 months, you people are spending more money. And nobody in Ghana has said on pay free SHS. But what we have said is free education our constitution. And what we need to do is you're implementing slowly. Send you the quality will go with it. Because when you miss the quality, the rest is chaff. When you miss the quality that comes with the education, the rest is a waste of time. And that is what we are doing. For the past 6 years or 8 years, we have produced chaff in Ghana. No sense education, because in Korano Mobile Bontignano, they have become a burden on us. They have become a burden. And Korano are out of school. Ekufuado graduates, what has come out of them? Yani we school 10-15 years ago, we can sit with these kids and we are still smarter than them, because the kids do not go to school. Teacher, student, and contact anywhere. And see, me, I'm not here to force you to believe in something that is not. I'm here to let you understand. Say, for us to even get to this point, interest rate for businesses is 50%. You know, no Ghanaian should even entertain Bawumia. Bawumia should be in Accra right now, solving this problem, making sure the dollar not drop it. What is he out there doing? Telling you that I have failed, but give me power. So when you nod to Bawumia, in his head and in the heads of the clowns following him, no, we Jimmy 4. Time anokasano. Na petrol no, a gallon is 16 Ghana, below that. And then this same person is working in Ghana. Petrol 1 gallon is 70 Ghana. And what's in the politics no? See, we are teaching here, you 2 petrol ma and count. Sana no kind of rofumo. Also, we are teaching here. Into your 2 petrol ma and count. No ka petrol once more. Or say teacher trainings for yen term allowance mamo. Petrol na ya 2 minutes yen term allowance mamo. Or say the sada. Or say mahama oko srema sada no sebio srem sada no om de Ghana sika edi ebe sin na yen chi nipa ba kuntum se wakofa sada sika. Omo ba power. Mahama oja almost 600 abobo ya tricycles esiwo for sada. Bawumia Samia Uku MPP for beton ni nyina die. Eno me change sada din ye NDA, Northern Development Authority. Eno de ne busie ni kwoto ano. Ene na Sami Jemfi eye ho expose last week no. Owie na sada tricycles obeto ye no. Oton ni nyina die o e sremufo dia o. And Bawumia statement and o making Upper West. Ni kuro mu sremufo. Ena o ka chom se Muhammad sada bae. Ono Bawumia ba power no. Na sada wo ho. 600 tricycles on ne account for the beton no die. Owie no change din no ye no NDA. Ena sakofa ni nuaba beto ano. Ena ni nuaba liko di sika. Ena ediko gina court. Owie no say oh, National Health Insurance no card no krampon kofo njibiom. Se say cash and carry and the National Health Insurance. Egu, what does it cover? During a Tamils Mahama time, the coverage was the biggest. How many people were enrolled on National Health Insurance? But no, ye petty politics. Na onim say ye Jimmy. He came all the way down to pensioners. Or say pensioners for ya to petrol and the pension musika beko form. Mahamudu Bawumia under his leadership. Pension for sika or the by force aje. DDEP. They have taken young and old their pension money. Today this guy is still walking on the streets of Ghana and entering palaces and entering churches. And telling we Ghanaians say, yeah, Jimmy, we should still give him power. That is what I am talking to you about. Enti Kwawa Ansajina Joy News will say, when you allow a politician to underestimate your thinking, underestimate your judgment, then you need to understand, say, you are setting a precedent, sir. A madman can even come and lead you. And he used Bawumia as a typical example that in all aspects, all sectors, Mahamudu Bawumia has failed. Into a day in Ghana for Kramporo, we listen to Bawumia. Because the more we give Bawumia room, the more we are grooming the people who are more crazier, more stupid, more ignorant, more incompetent than Bawumia to enter the platform to take advantage of our intelligence. And we don't have to joke about these things. We have gotten to the bottom. You drew from baby I say this guy Bawumia and the MPP, they have lowered our politics. They have lowered what we call a self-respect. There's nothing like that again. And I keep saying on this my platform, me ya kani pio. Me papa ya mfantini. Me mama ya woneni. Mo entafo mama muni andawa. Yebe use mu se moa. I'm telling you today. From the day Kwame Nkrumah Ghana independence 1957. Before that, UP, any NLM4, Ekofa sremuphobia from the Northern People's Party. Ebaye omuhumu say they can always use you people without due respect like dogs. They have continuously and consistently played on your conscience, and that thing they have done, it has destroyed lives of young people. Mumumi now almost say my life no, and then the abedru there. You people, generation upon generation in the north, are poor. The poverty in the north, it did not start today. It started when some people like myself, Acheampong, we decided to place you, some of you northerners, in a particular basket to make sure that we only use you for dirty job, and that you people are not supposed to live to that level we have lived. In Debiano, if you people are not smart, we will use northerners to use you people as slaves. And that is what is happening, and it's so despicable. Obi to say a politician say Baumia or yet ceremony of Srim. And in Ghana today, the reason why there be political parties say about be flag bearer, you be running beta, yes, you per northerner, is because we have always wanted a northerner at the Jubilee House. Send your beya. Sa northerner will think about the development of Srim4. Now, that migration if you throw ebesi from hano, there should be a way a northerner will come and cut that off, because they are also supposed to have a northern economy that serves them, that makes them better, that also makes them not look like slaves or sebio in Yanka to some of us in the south. It is always steady Ghana politics, sir. Every single day. The reason why northerners play a role in electing leaders now is because we have always anticipated that when a northerner gets the opportunity to climb the higher seat, the top there will be a priority. And it's always study from a year Kufuor time, and a JJ Rawlings time, and obey not and obey a car, right? And obey Tamils from Tamils time, and obey John a Kufuor time, and obey Aliu Mahama. Aliu Mahama baye, or this free and a Tamils baye, and obey Mahama. So you can see, say it has followed a terrain. Mahama free and a why baye, and a Kufuor baye, and obey Mahamud Baumia. There is a reason. The reason is that we have crafted our politics, our governance style, and say we all know, say in tough forum, we the accounts and we those down here, we have always used them. You use in our constitution and in our political area discourse, we always try to give northerners the opportunity to climb up so that they will think about northerners, and then they will create opportunity for northerners. So into when John Mahama introduced SADA, majority of Ghanaians were like, is this going to be that thing that will change the destiny of northerners? Into SADA, everybody was like, how is it going to happen? Is Mahama going to use SADA to change the lives of northerners? Is he going to use SADA to stop the migration whereby young men and women are brought down here to be used as slaves? How is SADA going to stop that migration? Because northerners coming to the south, they are not traveling outside the country. They are still Ghanaians. So why should they travel from one part of the country to come and have better life? There should be a reason. Then somebody should come in and create an opportunity for them. So SADA came. And what was the job of SADA? SADA basically was technically crafted. It was crafted to suit the northern belt all the way to the top, the middle belt all the way to the top. And the idea was, one, commercial trees were supposed to be planted. And there are two things that was with it: to create business out of it, for people to basically make a living out of growing commercial trees, and secondly, to make sure they protect the vegetation so that people will be willing to involve themselves or get involved in serious farming. That's a SADA. The second part of SADA was to make sure, say, predominantly northerners do a lot of their poultry rearing. So they wanted to introduce northerners to a new kind of rearing whereby it will be commercialized. People will not see it as a localized farming or a house rearing project, but people will see it as a project that will bring constant income. So John Dramani Mahama and the NDC introduced rearing as part of the project. Guinea fowl, chicken, and other birds that could be reared on commercial basis by individuals. to make income. So it was basically one stone that was hitting about 16 economic activities in the northern region. That is why NDC4 over 600 tricycles pumped it in the northern region and say it's supposed to be distributed to the NDC4 because they are involved in farming. Let me tell you one thing. When you go to the north, it's not like when you come to Cape Coast or you come to Apagya, Ashanti region. Northern region is a very big place. Houses are not close to each other. People travel long distance to get to their farms, to even go to see their neighbors. And for somebody to even think about a whole region and say their biggest problem is their mode of transport, and that a tricycle should be able to serve families so that they will be more interested in traveling long distances to take care of their farms. That is why the NDC introduced the tricycles, introduced the other projects that they added to the SADA. Time NDC started side with John Dramani Mahama Sremni, he was thinking, say, when SADA starts, what it was going to do, then they say, these farmers who will start these projects, and that's involved, they will be able to make some money. And then when they are able to make money, they should be able to take care of their kids. And that when they are able to take care of their kids can have good education. At the end of the day, some of their kids will end up working with them. So it will cut down migration from the top to the down. So John Mahama was trying to create an economy, a creation economy, and Sremufo will be self-sufficient. They'll be independent to be able to create their own economy. Because when it comes to the south, so Asante people, they are known for trade. Northerners are not known for trade. Northerners are known for farming. They are known for creating things out of nature. So John Mahama saw that this was the best opportunity for homes to be independent enough so that Obi Mfaneba and Sikamu at the age of 12 say, Kwa Santimemu na kwa swaswa nyama. Na sebo yamfra tenin, yamfra kayeye, na yamfa nyoman swaswa no Obi nko repew. No man, no woman at the end of the day will just walk to the lorry station and say, my daughter, you are 14 years, sit in this bus and go find money and bring back home. No rational human being. It is only poverty that will make somebody think that is right. Oyankwa na bema nipa atrase. I can say, this is what I want to do. So you need to understand, these were all things. It was under John Dramani Mahama. And I'm launching what we call YES. The Youth Enterprise program now young people around the country. The target was mostly people in the north. So YES program now NPP by omobe change ekoye ni nape no. John Dramani Mahama started. He wanted to create an economy. Omo young Ghanaians. Predominantly, omu need that opportunity. Sebi omu free ebusia sika wom. Omu adwumu dawa omu betume create omu adwuma no. John Mahama came and created that. Put money down and said, say, there are more intelligent Ghanaians, especially those from the deprived areas at the north. No, they can access this kind of money and create their own business. It is yes, no. It was targeted at people mostly in the northern part of Ghana. So that they can access that money and become entrepreneurs. They can start businesses up there. Send the youth migration if you throw ever from now. John Mahama wanted to cut it. That is why he introduced this. Yes. So John Mahama introduced SADA. John Mahama at the end of the day introduced YES. And what happened when NPP came to power? They changed SADA to NDA, and we discano, and we change YES into NAPE, and we discano. This is what we are talking about. So when you take your time to analyze Ghana, your politics are, some people have come and their priority has always been the northern region, the people in the north. Now something has happened. We are Ghanaian, we are Srimnia. You need to sit back and ask yourself, what is really going on? How can people disrespect Northerners this way? Now, this morning we woke up to see this. I'll start from here. Kayaye Empowerment Program. Some people thought building hostels for Kayaye was 419, but I knew it was possible. And they are sorry, Mahamudu Baumia said, or the Bibia by a friend. Kaya Ye Empowerment Program. That name alone is a denigration of Srimufo. So, Yenin Santifo, Kamfo, Infantifo, Kovfo, Yeni Awasia, Yefre, Entafo Kaya Ye. How did the name Kaya Ye even come up? It came up from Yeni Yesi Omumbe Swaswa Yenyama. Omube Yenkwa. Anything from Kaya Ye. Now, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia odi MPP fuenim. And they will say, Sir, Sremufo nkwara na obeto 600 tricycles went to man for omo parents. Ent man for anye adwuma, ent me enkeep omo ho. Santa fo nkwara na obeto de sada. Sebio na enko so munye adwuma obe change din no. Sa enkwara we na yentumi unstop poverty no srema. Omo te se ne ma ene enkwara na Samira de be ware no no. Sa enkwara na omo nanti ya be pia santime mo de da nkofo store no no. Ebeda aye enkran. Obeda da nkofo store no say and the program bi aba. Sa enkwara no and or say or no or the program bi aba for sa enkwara no. Ewo de ewo akamemu ene this part of the country. It was say okay so obesi hostel ama entafo nkwara na omu deserve the same thing like onone man omoten crying eko school papa no or say we see hostel for entafo nkwara na yentumi stop omo osirem emo nya better life na be repi omo Accra eni Kumasi no or see oh we create hostel amomo into right now no Bawumia is institutionalizing the Kaya Ye. Listen, and somebody who wants to be president of Ghana or say teni free srim, he is happy to say mimi krom for na ye from nkwa ye from enyanka ye kase omo fin omo mesoaso enyama na ende de maba mi besi dan am se ne be a omo betuma trem asoaso amonyoma. This is why I keep saying montafo no moma mo ho kwan a ye ne akanfo bi be yusum se moa. So Bawumia basically is today legalizing, institutionalizing Kaya Ye. He is saying say nkurani free srem na omo besoaso ya nyama na omo life ne say ya o si dan ya omo madina omo betuma akodem. This is the highest level of foolishness. He never thought of creating an opportunity up there to stop them from coming. But he's rather creating an environment for them to keep coming. Because right now, Obi was slim. Yabeka chere say abi bakoye no oswaso anyoma ye repi na nya problem bia Bawumudu Bawumia jimi na sidan won kran into so ye ntem never bas ne ko na Bawumia sidan won kran a okoswaso anyoma benya bi mada. Bawumia is basically telling the people up there we are trying to stop to create an opportunity for them to come. No mo be slaves, no be mwa, o me swaso anyoma na o sidan a o mbran be dem. How can we allow a whole vice president promoting Kaya Ye? Promoting this he's denigrating Sremufo. Let's be real. Asantini bie ni wa obeka se ne banko so aso anwama. Infantini bie ni obeka se ne ba enko Kaya Ye. Me say bunu bi ni bie ni obeka se ne ba enko Kaya Ye. Nti aye dempo na tani a and when opportunity o ka se Kaya Ye me mesi hostel ama Kaya Ye. You should be and say akani nesi. Now we are disgusted and say this is wrong. This is disrespectful. This is disrespectful to Yana. So because Srem eko si hostel ema asantifo jantrafo a asantifo ye wa santimemu akanfo e beka se mo amwo Srem no mummu ye ohu aden ye ne nuanom no mo ho no emma no jantra no mobo. That is what we will tell you, because we don't want anybody to underestimate Asantini Ba and say because Asantini Ba be do ekrom hana ye ka so we jantre ni no omu nyina e jantrafo. What Bawumia is saying is say he is basically telling Ghana for say even though he's a northerner, he is institutionalizing Kaya Ye. Kaya Ye na ye try Mahama try with Sada to stop it no. Mahamudu Bawumia so aba Madina abesi dan. Intenda no so free Sremu ba bra. Now baba na Bawumia sidan was Accra ma se bedem na be swaswa ye ne akamfo nyoma. Bawumia is working in Ghana and boasting about us. Bawumia bodam. Mahamudu Bawumia say eye ono no se sia no omni metro masfo kasa. Hey, I feel Mahama say I now understand why NDC they don't respond to Bawumia. a waste of time. Mahmoud Bawumia said, Kaya ye for no see at Wabon Matanase. We see there more in tough one quala and mra. Or said residential and not residential. Omumbrang crying, Embra Kumasi. No more bedrua, only metro mass for Casa. Yabetrom driving. Hey, you're right. But we GB brutal. Yabetram Korana driving near Chromo ICT. Now they're almost twins now. Can't these girls also sit in the comfort of their homes, in their classrooms in the north to also learn ICT and driving? No, the things you are talking about here in Greater Accra, that the young girls in the north should come to be given all these things. Can't you send those things up north for them to stay there and learn ICT and learn how to drive and also build a hostel for people to go to real school? You are foolish northerner. Onimi. You see, I can follow and the dinner chinom can say your way. But I don't know only. So what are you trying to say here? And then the kaya for no better metro mass tree. And then the kaya for and I'll bet you to be a metro mass. Hey, Mahmoud Bawumia, we are fun papa. We are political catfish. Politics we are catfish. In two best what say. All the things you are talking about, we are in talks to provide Kayayes with ICT training as part of Kayaye empowerment program. We get it. But why can't you send all these things? Because Mahama sent SADA to the north. And it yielded results. Today, the vegetation, the forest in the northern region, Mahama was able to protect it. We are asking you, why do you have to allow the young girls to come to the north, to the south, before they can achieve their dream? It's a simple question. Why should a young girl from the northern region travel all the way to Accra or Kumasi to realize her dream? You are a northerner. You are a vice president. You cannot make this happen. You are a foolish man. You are one foolish man. Take the opportunity and take this whole thing to the north, because the north need to progress. Until you are trying to tell us, say, all the young girls and young boys should come down here. This is where the opportunity is. They should leave the north, come here, still be involved in Kayaye, and then come realize their dream. So when they stay up there, they cannot realize their dream, right? You are a foolish man. You are a very foolish man. You are disgusting. It is politics now. Today you are telling us, say, Kayaye for Kwakuchi Metro Mass. Oh, catch us a Kayaye for Ekuchi Metro Mass. Kayaye for Ekuchi ICT. Oh, Sam Ferry say, oh, Safra Wunyano Ma. One Casa Yamma. Our Muya Srimufua, Yania Camfo Dio Matem. Emma Mobedi Distor, no, Emma in Confo Repiomo. Oh, down to me be one so Omuya Kayaye. You cannot even use another word. You are bold enough as a northerner who was chosen to bring some life to the people in the north. You are bold enough to stand in public and say, I am launching a project in the most denigrating way. Like you are still calling Uyemu Makayaye. You are a selfish, dirty politician. No northerner should stand up for you. You are a disease. Now, Yanya Kamfono say, today, you are institutionalizing Kayaye. You are making it legal. You are recognizing Kayaye. You have even built a hostel for the young girl up there who is contemplating. Should I go to the south? Should I go there for somebody to rape me? Should I go there to go and carry people's stuff? What am I going to get there? You are telling the young girl who is contemplating whether to come or not. You are telling the girl that I have come to Accra. I am here. I have built a house for you. Come and live in and carry people's stuff like a slave. You are a very foolish politician. But we any ideas, ma catch them. Nyansa e de chichire man oni bi. Me sister uko sala ko to abama ba omi a we Jimmy for. I'm telling you. Because so we are northerner. Now what you asem we, na so ka say ubo unsema, you that northerner, you a fool. It means you are underestimating yourself. Na dia asantifo wo no, ye de obi anye. Adia mfantifo no ye de osirema obi anye na mfantifo ma no ene asantifo ma ene bonofo ne nkranfo nkora no omo chan siremfo nkora na Bawumia is a fool. Now you know why I say these people are dirty politicians. Now, Amin Adams has been traveling with Mahamudu Bawumia, and they went to the north, and they are doing that tribal politics, religious politics, and it is very dangerous. Now, Amin Adams and the Oil Finance Minister, me catch them say yenia kamfo titiri yenia santefo ye penkwasiafo yusu omo de agitumi a ye de ntafo maka asem we ntafo muntie mumu bi na magimi and yenia kamfo ye be yusu mu atum say munyina amase be hye every say mumpese mumu bi mumpese mo bedwene. You don't want to reason. These girls sa asrimfo nkwara we ode akamfo nkwara 20 30 40 any sa simfo nkwara we 10 good class simfo nkwara we nya be passing nkwara akamfo nkwara nya be faili you ready to go po mama ka bi nkyerɛ mo what is sa entafo we nkwara 20 10 pe 10 ene eye akamfo infantefo eye kowfo bonofo asantefo infa what the sa nkofo no 50 ene sa entafo nkwara we 10 egu class entafo nkwara no be biti omu nyina. They will beat them flat. Okay? Ombro for ankara weka. Oba asantimemu, oba account region ha. Ya nkwara mo free SH so mutumi kabrofo. I'm telling you, we all know. But I don't point out my problem. You know what my problem is? These are teenagers. This is the time their hygiene is important to them.
Yo.
These are teenagers. Oh. This is the time, especially in Cremoni, young lady. This is the time water should be her friend. At this age, this is the time water should be Obabia friend. 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, 7. That is the time water needs to be the friend of a young lady. At this point, when they lose their self-confidence, you are done. But say, you see what these kids are going through is around the nation. These things they are going through, 90% of them will lose their self-confidence. 90% of them will be in their menstrual cycle. They will bleed. People will see it, and that will be the end of their confidence. It will be gone. It will be shattered. Some of them will generate body odor, which will be permanent. And those kids will get to a point where they cannot even mingle with other people. In our heads, say a creative free SHS, no, we are emotionally, psychologically destroying lives. I'm telling you, people. Yeah, some mama to your home for and kick these fools out. In the next 3-4 years, there will be no country. Yeah. And TV so catch say they are 14, 15, 16. Let me tell you, if these kids at this point are struggling to get water, 90% of them, their confidence will be gone by age 17. They will not have self-confidence. And if young girls at that age, they lose self-confidence after senior high school, I am telling you, when you go to Tudu, when you go to Accra, when you go to Kejetia, 90% of Kayo for Nkwara, Omote Brofo chain, and Nkwara Omote to school them. I'm telling you, when they can speak good English, majority of them wanted to go to school. Majority of them can express themselves. Some of we SS we are. That's the end. We sit here and the whole vice president who is a northerner and a Muslim. A whole finance minister who is a northerner and a Muslim. He goes to the northern region and does not see any of these problems. The only thing they see is that Akufo-Addo's playbook, Akufo-Addo fooled the Christians. Akufo-Addo bu Christopher na sen kwasiafo no de cathedral edadaomo. Let's play the same thing with our brothers and sisters. Let us joke with their lives. So when we go there, let us tell them we will build them a mosque. That is bigger than what the chief imam visits in Fadama. How?